Hello and welcome back here. As you can see here, we had the radiator installed here, and the carpenter was so nice that he sanded this down first and he vacuumed it up, and then he put the radiator up. So that saved me a step here. But when you go to sand, I just like to use a sanding pad like this, and it's fine grit, and just sand away there and make sure to use your vacuum to vacuum it all up and kind of brush away the dust from the surface there. So I'm going to put this down here. Now, this has a few coats of meat going up with it, and the final coat, what I like to do is go perpendicular to my previous movement. So instead of going up and down with the mud now I'm going to go from right to left or left to right, and that's going to cancel out any low spots or valleys that was incurred by the first 3 coats by going up here. So we're going to go across, and that's going to hopefully fill those in there, and it'll also fill in any minor scratches or fish eyes. So I'm going to put this down over here, and we're going to come over to our mud here, and once again I have just regular all-purpose joint compound in here, and I'm going to load up the trowel here. Now, again, this is just all purpose mud. I didn't thin it out, but you can thin it out on like the final coat, and it'll make the final coat go a lot easier. But I'm just going to work from what I have here. So you can see it's on, I have about like a few inches to the south and to the north of this, and that's going to allow the mud to spread. So I'm going to put this to the wall right here, like right over here, and just bring it out like a few inches more. So this is the line here. I'm going to start right up here, and this is the top of it. So I'll probably start like right here, and I'm just going to go across like that there. Okay, now I still have some mud here, and I'm going to bring it down here and go across like that there. Okay, now I'm going to use the right hand side of the blade to kind of clean up the top here. So I'm going to feather off the top by pressing against the top there, and that's going to put it there. I'm going to put a little bit more mud there. Okay, so I still have it on both sides here. I'm going to come down here and come across like that and bring it the other way there. So I'm going to clean this up here, and again, I normally use a Hawking trowel, but since I can't really move my arm or shoulder, I'm just going to use these two. So I'm going to taper off the top here by going like that, and then this side there, and that's going to clean that up there, and the left hand side there. And now with my clean trowel here, I'm going to start over here and skim across tight. I'm going to clean this off again here, so the trowel is clean. Start over here and skim across there tight. Now I'm going to reload this here. That's going to put it in the middle there, and I'm going to come over here and work my way across there. Okay, I'm going to clean this up here. I'm going to load that side there. I'm going to come across this again there, and then work this down there. Okay, now there's an area right here where I missed, so I'm just going to put some mud there like that. I'm going to come over here and skim hard. Cleans that off there. Come down here and skim hard. I'm going to reload the mud back to the middle there, and I'm going to work this side here, and I'm going to put it on this side here and come across to there. Now the whole thing with the thing there is you want to come from the opposite way, and right before you get to the hole, then you lift off. If I put it on this side here, and if I came into it, the mud would get on the inside of that hole, so you don't want to do that. So always remember just to go into it and then lift off, and you'll never ever get the mud stuck inside there. So skim tight there, and we'll just clean that up there. And skim across there. Now with down here, since I'm using my 14-inch trowel, and we have these two socket things there, I'm just going to use this 6-inch knife here, just to make it easier on myself, just to skim across like that. And again, this coat is just a skim coat, just to make the surface so that it's perfectly smooth. So you can just like slowly just work your blade across it so that it comes out nice and smooth there. Here, I'm going to come into it and go up with it. Work that up there. And this area, I'm just going to come across like that, come up to it. Okay, so there's like an area here. I'm just going to come across and get rid of that line. Come here, and then work across there. So that's going to be the final skim there, and that's going to take away any scratch marks or any fish eyes, and just make the surface perfectly smooth. And it's going to fill in any areas where there's low spots from me going all up and down. So it's always a great idea to crisscross your coats. So what I'm going to do is just let this dry out, and we'll be back in a bit to sand and then prime and paint. So we'll see you on the next one.